I think we know what that music means. We know what that leads us into. It leads us into the Blue and Gold Show, brought to you by Coast Central Credit Union. And your host of the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here he is, Mad Dog John Horner.
Mikey Mike, what's up? It's Friday morning. Blue and gold, baby.
Go Hawks. Oh.
No, wait. They lost last week.
I know they did. They did.
It's okay. They're getting better. They better get a lot better by November 11th.
You guys had a nice sloppy game.
Little slip and slide. You like that? You don't see too many of that kind of wet games.
Oh, Washington, man. It must have been raining for a week or something.
It was crazy on that field.
Man, nobody made a touchdown. It was all field goal.
No, it was definitely ball control for sure. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. Yeah. Welcome, Warrior fans, to another edition of the Blue and Gold Show, brought to you by Coast Central Credit Union. Well, it's a travel day for the Delaware Warrior football team as they hit the road to Fortuna tonight to take on the Fortuna Huskies. In the studios with me today is OJ Kaleha and RJ Lofton. Fellas, thanks for joining us today. And how about some shout outs to the family? RJ, you go first. Shout outs to the family.
Shout out my mom and dad and Rennie.
Rennie, the sports reporter. Go ahead, OJ.
Shout out to my mom and dad and my sister.
Well, folks, Del Norte headed into conference play last week as they hosted the very confident St. Bernard's Crusaders. The Warriors opposed their dominance early, taking a 21-6 lead into the half and coasting to a 27-20 victory to go to 1-0 in conference play. OJ, I know you guys had that date circled on your calendar on how big of a game it was for you guys. Big win for the Warriors. What were your thoughts on your win?
We really had... Our linemen really controlled the game, and we ran when we wanted to. We had good ball control, no turnovers, and we had less penalties this game because usually we have penalties, holding calls that hold us back when we have a good drive going, and then we didn't have any of those, so we kept driving the ball.
What was it like when Tomlin got a little upset out of midfield and we're talking to the officials?
It was pretty funny.
The coach for St. Bernard's went out to the middle of the field and had a loud discussion with the official, but it was kind of like you guys really opposed your will, especially when it comes to penalties and situations like that. And I want to let you know that I called the last play of the half, right? When Caleb Price threw a touchdown. How many touchdown receptions you got now?
Just one.
That was it?
That was my first reception in my career.
Man, the quarterback went up, great hands, caught it at the apex too, right at the top. That was impressive, OJ. Well, RJ, the freshman on the team is to play varsity football team in quite some time. I believe you might be one of the first ones to play varsity football in quite some time. RJ, what's it been like to run out on Mike Whalen Field with this Warrior varsity team?
It's been great. This community, it's great for kids growing up as Warriors. It's great how it surrounds all the kids. And
well, talking about, I've watched you grow up. You went out to Redwood. You played lots of sports for lots of different teams. I've seen you on the sidelines pacing. You're one of those guys that threw the ball in the end zones as a little kid. What's it like to run out there on Mike Whalen Field on Friday night? Is it pretty cool?
It's awesome, man.
Talking with your sister the other day, she says that she has to coach you up quite a bit. Is that true?
Yeah, she has to say some things.
She has to keep you focused and dialed in. Yeah. I know the varsity team is stoked to have you. OJ, real quick comment about RJ. How important has it been to have RJ on the field with you guys this year?
It's important because we're down guys, and he steps in and has good plays and runs the ball good. And, he's got to play good defense too this week.
OJ's he's been focused on defense the whole beginning of the show here on how important defense is tonight. We're going to talk about the second half in the second part of the show. But I tell you what, OJ, in other news, last week the game truly shocked the North State was the upset victory by the Fortuna Huskies over the Eureka Loggers by a final score of 22-14. OJ, how big of an upset was this, and were you surprised?
Yeah, we all were surprised because Eureka's a good team, and we thought they would win. And when we heard that Fortuna won, we were all happy.
Well, let's take a look at the conference standing as we speak. The Fortuna Huskies with the loss fell to 0-1 in league play, and St. Bernard's with the loss 0-1 in league play. Fortuna went to 1-0. Del Norte 1-0. St. Bernard's 0-1. Eureka 0-1. The loss for Eureka put them in a huge hole in the aspects of they go to 3-5 on the season with 2 games left. They must qualify with a 500 record in one of the 3 categories. The only category they got left is the 500 record within their division, which they lost to Fortuna, makes them 0-1 in their division. Their next divisional game is the last game of the year. OJ, I hate to look forward too much, but how big is that Eureka game in 2 weeks?
We just have to win tonight first.
Woo, that's a great comment. I tell you what, it's good. I know Coach White is thinking about tonight. Coach Jason White, I guarantee, is beginning to start thinking about Del Norte in 2 weeks. The game against St. Bernard's tomorrow is huge. It's going to be the game that decides who's the best in Eureka, and we know bragging rights is always huge in that. Talking about that. Looking at last week's game, we talked about a lot of the situations that arise, being up 14, 21-0 at halftime, that third and fourth quarter. OJ, you guys kind of went stagnant a little bit on offense, but it was probably more of along the lines you wanted to use the clock, right?
Yeah, we were trying to run the clock out.
Were you surprised by the trickery come down the stretch?
Yeah. They had that hook and ladder, and then that just put them back in the game, and then they got the ball back again after we went 4 and out, and then scored again, and that's when I started to get scared, but we had it.
You had it, yeah. And I think you guys understood you had it the whole way down the road. Yeah. I think it was just running that clock out. Was it kind of nervous for you being out on the field? Coach calls another run.
Yeah.
But you got to trust the process. Coach White does a great job in that aspect. But we're going to take a quick break in the action here. When we get back, we're going to talk about the big game tonight down in the Friendly City. We'll be back in just a moment after these messages from our sponsor.
I'm Robert Machado, manager of Coast Central Credit Union. Do you want free checking? We've got it with e-statements. Coast Central makes it easy and pays higher interest rates too. Plus, we have online banking and mobile banking, competitive loans, retirement planning, and much more. Experience the credit union difference. Personalized service that can't be beat. Come find out why we've been voted best financial institution for so many years. We're located at 660 L Street or visit us at coastccu.org.
Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Vicks Children's knows that kids ask a lot of questions, especially when they're sick.
Mom, what's red dye 33?
Artificial food coloring.
What's high fructose corn syrup?
Processed sugar.
Some are surprising.
Can I have alcohol?
Definitely not. Are you reading this somewhere?
My cough syrup label.
Vicks Children's remove these unnecessary additives to build a better children's cough medicine. So you can answer.
When will I feel better?
Soon.
Dump these additives and keep the relief with new Vicks Children's Cough and Congestion. Use as directed.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company. Or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. For limited time only, get free shipping on all business cards in any quantity with promo code 7000. That's promo code 7000 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
Welcome back to the Blue and Gold Show, where the Del Norte Warrior football team heads to the Friendly City tonight to take on the Fortuna Huskies in the battle for first place in conference play this week. I never thought I'd say that after the upset last week against Eureka, but the Fortuna Huskies have positioned themselves at 1-0 in conference play and looking to take the lead tonight against the Warriors. Game time 7 o'clock. No JV game, as the JV team is taking care of their ejection and suspension this week. They will be back to play their final game next week against Eureka at home. So game time is set for 7 p.m. RJ Lofton, the freshman that is starting on special teams and a crucial backup on both sides of the ball. What's your thoughts on hitting the Husky field for the first time as a varsity player? We talked about it before we went on the air, RJ, how you played there as a youth football player, but this will be the first time as a high school player playing on Husky Field. How cool is that going to be?
It's a big atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere, and It's going to be scary, I guess. I don't know. That's how I'm
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
We're never scared going on the football field, right?
No.
Now, we talked a little bit about, before we went on the air, about your roles on both offense and defense. As a freshman, you could have crucial roles down the stretch if there's any injuries, right?
Yeah, I gotta come in as a running back and an outside linebacker, and I just gotta know what I gotta do and do it.
Now, preparing this week, probably compared to any other week, I'm sure Coach LaFazio and Coach White have talked about playing linebacker against the Fortuna Huskies. How difficult is that with the different things they do?
I just got to get with the veer that they run. It's nice. I got to get the quarterback.
Well, that's always nice when you got to get the quarterback. They're slow usually, not very smart. We're sitting here with OJ. That's right. We better not say that too loud, right? Now, we're talking about special teams. You got your first start as a varsity player. You do start on both kickoff and kickoff return. How fun is that to get out there right at the beginning of the game like that?
It's fun. You can make a big play right there, make a big hit, run one back maybe. It's nice.
You never know.
Never know.
OJ, you guys embarrassed the Huskies on your home field last year, and I know the Huskies want to do a little bit of the same this year to you guys. What do you guys have to do to come away with a win?
We just have to execute, and we're down on some injuries, so we have to have our backups get the job done, and we need to get this win.
Well, you're talking about Nyberg's out for the Huskies.
Yeah,
we know that. Last week they banked a lot on Gans on the outside. Mm-hmm. What are you expecting to see from that Fortuna offense tonight that Del Norte's going to have to stop? Since you don't play defense, you're the coach on the sideline, right?
Yeah.
For defense. So what does the Del Norte defense have to do to stop that ball control Fortuna team?
We just have to get a turnover and just hit them.
What do you think Fortuna's going to do tonight?
They're going to try to do it all. They're going to try to do it all. They're going to
catch us off guard?
Yeah.
Offensively, OJ, you've been pretty lucky to have a plethora of a good line and a plethora of running backs that have done a great job at running the ball. What do you tell those running backs as each one of them come back and forth into the game?
Get a drink of water. Here you're getting the ball again.
Get out of the game. You're going to be back in a sec, right? Yeah. It's next man up.
Yeah.
How is the cohesiveness? A lot of times a quarterback has that relationship with running backs where it's just, it's just you and that one running back. You have to get along and hand off to 4 or 5 different running backs. Yeah. How's that work with you? You have favorites, or are they all about the same?
They're all about the same. Just
is it hard? Do you have to put the ball in different spots?
No.
Same thing. Every one of them. They're like robots.
Yeah, except Cooley's a little smaller, so I have to bend down. But that's good.
That's a good one. That's good. Cooley went off last game against the Fortuna Huskies, 250 yards. Yeah. You have an idea that Fortuna might be looking for a little bit of Cooley tonight?
Yeah, they're probably going to try and shut him down, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, that's great news. And last but not least, predictions on the Battle of Eureka. OJ, Eureka and St. Bernard's. What's your prediction?
I have St. Bernard's winning.
Final score?
28-21.
Ooh, 7-point ball game. Yeah. St. Bernard's wins.
Yep.
Thrap has how many touchdowns?
Thrap has 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. RJ, I want a prediction out of you. Who's going to win, St. Bernard's or Eureka?
I got St. Bernard's.
St. Bernard's. Nobody likes Eureka. Eureka coming into the game next week. I'm looking forward to that. Our last home game of the regular season should be exciting, but it starts tonight, folks, 7 o'clock. Pre-game show is going to be about 6:45. We're going to have lots of fun down in the Friendly City, and I wish you guys both luck. Wish the Warriors luck. Hopefully we can go to 2-0. Thanks, Mikey, for having us this morning.
Thank you, guys. Go Warriors!
Yeah. Go Warriors!
All right. Thanks, guys.